The formal announcement by Duterte's government on last week that it had notified the United States it was scrapping the Visiting Forces Agreement, which helps provide the legal platform for American military presence in the country, could mark a step change in the region's strategic balance. The Philippines, along with China, Malaysia, Taiwan and Vietnam are all claimant states to part or all of the South China Sea. It's a contest over oil and gas resources, fishing stocks and land, with the 5 countries occupying more than 70 disputed reefs, islets and reclaimed territory. Australia, which mostly tries to keep its nose out of this dispute, is the only other country with a Visiting Forces Agreement with the Philippines ratified in 2012, and has played a small but important role training soldiers for the fight against terrorism in the country's south. Filipino officials said on Wednesday the proposed withdrawal from the agreement with the U.S. would not impact on the agreement with Australia. Australia has up to 100 personnel deployed in country at any one time. The million-dollar question is whether Duterte will actually follow through with his much-threatened U.S. withdrawal in the next 180 days. Beijing infuriated Jakarta last month when a large flotilla of Chinese fishing vessels, accompanied by China's powerful Coast Guard, entered Indonesia's exclusive economic zone. Those same boats also passed through Malaysian waters, and the incursions highlighted once again just how assertive Beijing has become in the South China Sea. Duterte's Foreign Secretary Teddy Locsin and Defense Secretary Delfin Lorenzana have both warned publicly against the drastic move, while elements of the Philippines' defense establishment have also pointed out how costly abrogation could be. The United States military provides assistance to the Philippines in 3 key areas during natural disasters: in tackling Islamist extremists and in deterring China's expansionist ambitions in the South China Sea. Filipino political analyst and author Richard Heydarian says China could try to militarize the Scarborough Shoal, a collection of rocks and reefs 190 kilometers west of the Philippines that China effectively controls but has not built on, if the nuclear option of the agreement cancellation happens. China is the biggest beneficiary if this goes ahead. They could go all in and take advantage of this, Heydarian says, referring to the shoal, though he suggests China won't be overly hasty. Australian National University security expert John Blaxland suggests cancelling the agreement could be a Duterte negotiating tactic. A back down, with concessions from Washington, could be the outcome. For now, the U.S. has called the decision unfortunate and in the wrong direction, but it's conceivable that Duterte could do this and there is a deal with China in the wings. Abrogating the agreement would mean the departure of U.S. Special Forces and training teams and potentially the end of intelligence sharing, a blow in the fight against Islamist radicals. That, in turn, could impact on Australia as a partner in that fight and neighbor. But we wouldn't just lose out in the fight against terrorism. Canceling the agreement, even if the U.S.-Philippines Mutual Defense Treaty remains in place, would have major implications for strategic balance in the region. In the great power contest underway throughout Southeast Asia, Australia's preeminent ally, the US, will have lost one of its regional strategic footholds and China will be the beneficiary.